Hello, you guys. What is up? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. So, today is Mindset Monday. And so, today and every Monday, what I am attempting to do is to shift your perspective on something that a lot of us have challenges with and things that you guys are coming to me with as issues or things you want to work through to overcome. And so, bit by bit, every Monday, I'm breaking down different mindset things. So, if you know me, or even if you don't, you should know that I believe your mindset plays a huge role in terms of changing your body, changing your energy, and changing your life. Okay, so lots of people can tell you that it's just diet and exercise, but I'm here to tell you that I dieted and exercised my whole life and was never able to maintain a healthy weight doing diet and exercise alone. Okay, so when I got started on working on some of the mindset and stress reduction and sleep and things like that, that's when the magic actually happens. And so diet and exercise are not enough. And that is why I talk a lot about mindset and why I want to start sort of getting you guys to think a little bit differently about weight loss. Because the reality is if diet and exercise was enough, then none of us would be sort of in this issue where we've got 10, 15, 20 or more pounds to lose, right? So Mondays is all about mindset, mindset Mondays, right? And so the first mindset shift I really want you guys to start thinking about is in terms of using the scale to measure progress. So last Monday, I talked to you guys about setting goals. And one of the things that I shared is that setting a weight goal is not something you can control. You cannot control if the scale moves. You have no ability to control that. The only thing you can control is your behaviors that should lead the scale to change, things like exercising and meditating and eating healthy and meal prep and things like that, right? Those are behaviors, those are things you actually can control. The scale, you actually can't control. And so I know us women, we're like, oh, the scale, the scale, the scale. Measuring your progress using the scale is one of the fastest ways to demotivate yourself. So if you've ever started a program and after like a month, you're like, man, I'm exercising like a maniac and I'm eating all this salad and like the scale's not moving. Like, what the hell, man? And you get frustrated and you quit, right? We've all done it before. We're not strangers to this thing happening, right? And it's like, it's frustrating, right? So using the scale as a measure of progress is like the fastest way to demotivate yourself. It just doesn't work. And so, um, a couple of things that I want you to think about is what I like to call your whys, right? So oftentimes women come to me because they want to lose, let's say 20 pounds, right? And what I encourage you to do is to think about why. Like, what will that create in your life? Do you want more energy? Do you want to sleep better? Do you want to wear a certain outfit? Do you want to walk around naked in front of your husband? Like, what are those reasons? And start to think about those and measure some of your progress in terms of things like that instead of just the scale. So if I have a client and we're working together, sure, we do measurements and we do pictures. So that's the other thing is measurements and pictures. And I'm going to explain or demonstrate why here in a second. The other thing is rate your stress, rate your sleep, rate your energy, rate how often you're going to the bathroom, right? All those different things are better measures of your progress, right? And so my clients actually go through a questionnaire and we actually track and measure these things, right? Because these are things you could say like, hey, my stress is a 9, my sleep is a 4. And over time, it's actually one of the best ways that I'm able to show people success because oftentimes, yes, we want to diet and exercise and change our bodies, but what we forget about is that so much other magic happens, right? Half the reasons that we want to exercise and lose weight is not just to would feeling better be a reason why? Yeah, feeling better, but you need to define what feeling better is, Michelle. Like, what is feeling better? What does that mean to you? Is it having more energy? Is it not falling asleep so early? Is it having a more positive outlook? Like, what does feeling better actually mean? And actually rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. So think about the reasons why, because oftentimes you don't just want to lose 20 pounds. There's something that's missing in your life that you think that will help you achieve. So think about what those things are and start rating them and writing them down, and you'll actually be able to see progress besides just in the scale. Truthfully, if you want the scale to move, the fastest thing you can do is just chop off your leg. Boom, scale moved, right? It sounds ridiculous because it is. We can't control the scale, guys, okay? The other thing that I want to circle back on and talk about is why pictures and measurements are so, so, so important. So when I work with a client, I actually don't expect the scale to move. I have clients that I have been with for over 6 months. Their bodies have changed like, whoa, tremendously. Like flat, you can see their abs, their booties popping. They look incredible. And the scale hasn't freaking changed a little bit. And they're like totally okay with it because they're like, whoa, no, I don't want to chop off my leg. Look at this booty. Booty looks amazing, right? So the reality is like you can get to this place where you actually forget about the scale. In the meantime, depending on what level you're at, but especially if you are a beginner, the scale's not going to change. I tell my clients all the time, I don't expect the scale to change. And they're all like, what? I'm like, trust me, I promise, right? I expect your inches to change. I don't expect the scale to change. Here's why. Okay, guys, this weighs a pound. This also weighs a pound. Okay, these are both a pound. This is filet, a pound of filet. This is a pound of marshmallows. These both weigh a pound, okay? You can see how much less space this takes up than this, but I put them on my kitchen scale, so I promise you, they both weigh a pound, right? And so the reality is, guys, a pound, it doesn't matter. These both say the same thing on the scale. Do these look the same? Absolutely not, right? So you can think of it as like, hey, you're losing marshmallows. Marshmallows are fat if you are lifting weights. Caveat, you need to be lifting weights, doing some resistance strength training. That means not running, that means not cardio, that means actual strength training. All of my clients have to lift weights, right? And in order, that's how you shrink marshmallows and you build filet. Okay, guys? But you can see if you burned a pound of marshmallows off your body and you added a pound of filet, the scale is going to say the exact same freaking thing. But geez, if you measured these with a tape measure, like, holy cow, right? They look a lot different. So that's why the scale is dumb. And why you need pictures and measurements, guys, because this is a big, big, big deal, right? And so this is what I'm talking about. This is why the scale sucks, because this is like they both weigh a pound, right? So you could be marshmallows burning off your body by lifting weights and you're building nice filet on your behind, but the scale is going to say the same thing, right? This is why pictures and measurements are really important. Now, earlier, I talked about stress and sleep and mindset and all of those things. What those are, you can think of those as ways to shrink your marshmallows. So instead of having big marshmallows, which are inflamed due to stress and lack of sleep, you can actually make mini marshmallows in your body instead. So you could think of lifting weights is how you get the filet. That's how you turn marshmallows into filet. But stress management and sleep hygiene and all these other things that I talk about are how you actually take these marshmallows that are upset and inflamed, and that's how you shrink them into mini marshmallows. Okay, which that's sort of a topic for another time, but if you've been listening to me or following me for any amount of time, you know, again, I talk a lot about it. Diet and exercise alone are not enough. If diet and exercise worked, we wouldn't even be here having this conversation, right? For how many years have we been told, move more, eat less, move more, eat less? How hasn't really worked very well, right? So move more, eat less is not the solution, right? So a couple of different things, right? We want to lift weights so that we can turn marshmallows into filet. That's not really scientific. You can't turn fat into muscle. But right, you want to have more of this and less of this, but the scale is going to say that you look exactly, or that you weigh the exact same thing. Okay, so forget about your scale. And then the second piece of that, right, is the idea of turning, you're never going to get rid of all your marshmallows, right? We've all got some marshmallows. But we want to make these marshmallows as small as possible on our body, right? My hair, I got wild hair today. We want to make the marshmallows as small as possible. Okay, so there's really two pieces of this. You cannot ever get rid of all the marshmallows, but we're going to take these marshmallows and we're going to shrink them as small as possible. So that's the stress, the sleep, the mindset work. And then by lifting weights, we are going to actually get rid of some of the marshmallows and turn them into filet. All that stuff, guys, it sounds like a lot. It's not really that much stuff, but the reality is when you put all these different pieces together, then that's how you make the magic happen, right? So you've got this, you're getting rid of some of these big marshmallows, just throwing them out and making them small. and the rest of them you're turning into filet. And over time, that's how you make the magic happen. So, um, yeah, so that's it. I'm going to stop rambling, guys. So I know a bunch of you have jumped on and off. If you caught this at the end, if you have any questions, guys, please ask them. Let me know if you watched the replay, if you have any questions. If you found this beneficial, also let me know in the comments of the replay, right? I am doing this stuff for you guys, so I want to make stuff that you find useful and beneficial. So yeah, so that's it. That's today's Mindset Monday. Go take pictures, go take measurements, rate your stress, rate your sleep, rate your sex life, rate your poop, rate all of those things in your life that are bothering you. Start rating them if you're going to begin a new program. Okay. If you need help, reach out to me. I'm always, always, always here for you guys. I'm totally happy to help and get you started. So yeah, so we can start getting rid of some marshmallows. So that's it, guys. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. I will see you guys again tomorrow.